All right, I've started the recording.
Hello, recording.
How about them politics, huh?
I'm starting to worry about my... He said he went to the restroom. He has not returned.
Quick bathroom
didn't
trip
have
before
water,
D&D
man.
starts. Quote.
This is why you don't eat Taco Bell on D&D Day.
Or that. But the cheese at Aaron, it's so big.
I keep
It's
seeing
16
ads for it now.
times the size of a normal cheese.
It's absurd to me that you showed it to me first, and now there's ads of it fucking everywhere, and I'm like, fucking Matt and his giant Cheez-It.
It's so good.
I don't believe you.
It tastes so good. Have you had a Cheez-It? It's revolutionary.
Cheez-Its are just burnt cheese. It's not revolutionary.
That's not what Cheez-Its are.
Burnt cheese is like the greatest food ever invented.
That's also true.
Okay, it's shitty burnt bread cheese.
It's a cracker that is cheesy.
Hold on, I'll be right.
Why are you describing yourself, Matt?
Yeah. But I'm buttery.
Oh, I don't like that word for you. I'm sorry.
I think he's more of a ginger nut.
Yeah, I can.
Wait. America doesn't have ginger nuts. America doesn't.
Cookie?
Yeah. That's what I relied on when I first tried that stuff. Good for nausea.
Apparently, it's just gingerbread cookie.
I guess. Kinda, yeah.
I'm going to refer to myself as buttery from now on.
Meh.
But I'm fatty.
But you're not.
I am borderline obese.
You're not obese.
Alrighty.
I used to be. Like
Back
a month
to
ago.
D&D.
Used to be obese.
I
still am, but I used to too.
Aaron, what happened last time on D&D?
Ah, fuck. I got you baited.
Sorry. He asked me, but my memory's too bad. All I know is that we saw a bunch of people that we like. That's it.
I think it's Alu's turn to do last time on D&D.
She'd probably do pretty good at it.
Okay. I just need a second. I have to open
Okay.
Nice.
Do the best you can.
But
No
thank you,
pressure.
Aaron. Noted that you just threw me under the bus. Bus noted. Thank you. Also, just
Well, I have faith in you. You'd do a good job, I think. You pay good attention to things.
Great. Okay, so last on D&D, we did meet people that we like, and we came to a cabin in the woods that had a singing person outside, who also stabbed a dragon, and then sang a song, and was a little bit unnerving. Let's see. Someone climbed on a roof. And there were people inside that I personally don't know any of, but all of you seem to have recognized happily. So there was a reunion with daughter and mother. The lady inside the how good am I doing this? Okay, so
You're doing really well.
daughter mother of dragons was captured by middlemen. There was talk about Hataru, and when Spotlight started speaking with her mother, and discovered that she's a demigod of some sort, or related to Hataru, and then the claws decided to get into the hands and became a part of her hands, and then she's doing
God, I forgot about that. Now I'm upset about it again.
Yeah, well, no, it's sad. You're ready to freak out, and yeah, you're up to that part. You've been being comforted by City.
Cat.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Comfort
that's
cat.
right. You got a cat. Yes. And let's see. Oh, I don't remember your character name, Aaron, but you tried to flirt with Mr. Weirdo with the champagne, and he rejected you, and you got a bit hurt.
Mhm.
And
Notably, he was interested in your character.
he was very keen to feed Alia a lot of weird alcohol, which she refused, but she did take notes on things and is waiting for a chance to collect a vial of blood from the dragon lady. And what did you do? You went onto the roof, and that's all I remember. I'm sorry.
That is Gem.
Jim. Yes. That's all. I don't remember. I don't have any notes on that. I do remember that the champagne was quite spiked, and that there were people appeared. In people I also didn't recognize, but was the queen. The queen. Benefino.
Yep. Queen
Faye.
Benefino.
Le Super.
That's right. Oda is unconscious, who is part of whatever group they were going against, and seems to have been captured.
That's the end of my notes. That was.
I vaguely recall interactions between Val and my old character that I forgot the name of.
Yes.
Yes, me, myself, and
But I don't know if I think it was just more of a catch-up sort of thing, wasn't it?
There was some weird vibes between them. He was saying stuff. Yep, that's the description I have. He was saying stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd probably summarize that as Cassian felt bad that he couldn't give Val the guidance that he needed, but he's proud of Val for getting there eventually on his own. So the last thing that happened was, Jem, you heard the squeaking wheel these 5 people appeared with their cart. Inside the cart is a corpse and 2 other unconscious beings.
Wait, which one's the corpse? Oh, the
dead one. That's right.
The dead one.
Thanks.
I'm happy I could help. Tokens are live, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
Except the one that's dead.
Oh, wait, we missed the best part of last week's session.
But it's in the
Good
right
joke.
spot.
Good joke. Yes.
We missed not only Niv getting turned down, but also blinding herself and then hitting herself
Nope,
with a...
nope. We covered it in perfect detail.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Nope, that was definitely in there.
And to Yipan's credit, he offered spiked alcohol to everyone that talked to him.
That's fine.
That was an adult.
Yeah, wait, hey, how old
Nib is an immature 25.
well, Spotlight's only 17, or was at the start. How long has it been? Has it been a year yet? I don't know when her birthday is. I haven't thought about that.
It hasn't been a year.
Hey, how many months has it been?
Like 2.
She might still be 17. What's the legal age for drinking?
This is Middle Ages, right? Probably 14.
I was going to say, which country, right? Yeah.
Plus, we got
This
different
is the-
races maturing at different places. It's got to be real complicated.
It's confirmed illegal because you were offered alcohol at that very first session.
Yeah, I remember Spotlight didn't drink it, and then she ended up getting sick because of the orb thingy.
I think if you're old enough to die to a cult, you're old enough to drink.
It's some
I haven't
radical
done that
thinking.
yet.
Like, that seems fair, right?
These 5 people appear. What do you guys do? Do you try to manage this situation?
Oh, I need to talk to Betafino.
You see
Everybody needs to
Betafino?
talk to Betafino.
Betafino needs a good talk with Betafino, to be honest.
Right now?
I'm just trying to think of how, if it's in character for Spotlight to immediately, like, forget about the hands / claws and be like, okay, Betafino. I'm trying to think if that's a Spotlight thing to do or not. And I want to roll a dice. God damn it, roll 20.
Roll 20.
I'll do 15, anything over 15, and she'll be distracted by Betafino. Wait, what did I say? I forgot.
Anything
15.
over 15.
I feel like it should have been the other way around.
Oh, well, you already rolled.
It's fine. All right, well, then Spotlight continues to be confused and upset about her hands / claws. Wait, no, that's the other way around. God damn it. I'm so bad at this.
You got this.
Usually I would use the lower roll for panicky, so I don't know. This checks out for me.
That's what I was thinking. But then I said it the other way around when I said it.
Doesn't
Low roll means low focus. Right.
Okay, I agree. 2 is low, which means distracted.
Niv's obviously hanging out in a tree, watching the horizon, pointedly ignoring the group.
Goats
For
in
reasons.
trees is terrifying.
Jem is watching these strangers advance on the group.
The strangers, except for Lasor.
I don't know these people.
You know all of these
You know?
people.
What?
And the queen?
You recognize every single one of these people. You were part of the group when the group was created and then left.
Oh. Well, suppose I do.
Who
Jem
yelled at you?
recognizes these people.
Georgia yelled at you. The
yeah.
majority of these people have yelled at you.
Let me correct that. Jem has recognized these assholes.
There we go.
The drunk man, not he is drunk now. The singing man said something interesting just before as they arrived. Right, he was referring to them.
Yes, he identified the blonde woman as the acting queen.
You are in the presence of royalty.
Everyone here recognizes her as the queen, as royalty, and is to defer to her.
That's a loaded question. I'm gonna go.
You would
mostly
recognize that they're royalty.
yes. There might be a specific trader that does not do that.
You would recognize that they
And
are
I doubt
royalty.
the dragon would care about that either.
But are we expected to react the same way that he did and do like a pal thing?
I think that depends on your character. Do you?
That's what I mean. Like, do
You
I?
haven't lived amongst people pretty much by choice, but do you still recognize authority or respect it?
Do you believe in the sovereignty of Axfall as a kingdom?
Hmm. Well, I'm a neutral person, so I'm not against the royal. I just
Well, then is your character the kind of person who would stand on ceremony and, you know, general noble manners?
don't know. Am I? I read my character sheet.
Roll a
Roll a
dice.
dice.
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Which dice do I roll?
Whatever you
Uh,
feel like. Then pick high or low.
Typically, it's a D100 if you want to have a probability of something. So higher is like a higher probability. You just set a limit. So if it's like a 6 out of 10 chance that your character doesn't respect authority, or if you think it's more like a mental thing, you could do an intelligence or a wisdom roll and set some sort of limit for yourself.
An intelligence thing, as in whether or not I find the sovereign intelligent enough for me to defer to.
If you think they're more powerful than you, then it could be a wisdom thing. Like, am I wise enough to respect someone else's authority, even if I don't feel like I'm a part of whatever system they have authority over?
I how about we keep this simple on whether or not I recognize the queen as sovereign, and then just press the D100.
Yeah, we can do a 50-50. So set a
You
limit.
decide your DC.
Is higher respect or is lower respect?
Oh, higher respect.
All right. So roll a D100.
Oops.
Borderline.
Yeah, pretty close. Can't keep
Your
it to
character
myself.
doesn't know either.
It's quite suitable, obviously. Well, then Ali will just observe neutrally as things unfold and wait for things to happen before react.
She walks forward. She looks at everyone that's present, including Spotlight and Gem and Seti and Alia. She then looks at Cassian and says, Cassian, I believe there are things we need to discuss. Eurus, set up the camp. And she will walk towards Cassian. Towards Valgir and Cassian, in fact.
Oh, now you can have someone else roleplay with themselves.
Two Mai's at once.
Yeah.
I've been role playing as Cassian.
Where's the fun in that? I want my Cassian back.
That's a double meaning.
I said what I said.
Did you want your underling here for this?
Vala's just gonna look look at the two and then just like nod and walk away.
Nope.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Have a good day.
One thing that you will know, Val, here, is that you just told Cassian who you think the traitor is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Georgina.
Famously high intelligent character.
All right.
You would think their stats would go up moderately
Cassian.
in the years. Especially because you're under school, but maybe that's because why?
Cassian and Georgia step off to the side. Before Cassian leaves, he calls for someone to join them. These three people will go off and have a chat.
If Berafino says anything, it'll make Spotlight like hear him. But if he's just quiet, she hasn't noticed.
Why did one of the ring wraiths go with him?
Did you want to ask him?
No.
He's going in case the queen is the traitor of the queen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betraying myself. I don't know. I might be able to see them from where I'm at, but I'm not certain I'd be able to hear them. Especially since I assume they're smart enough to not just say shit.
All right. Do you watch closely?
Nah. I'll make side glances every now and then. Niv's too wrapped up in, Niv stuff.
Moping.
Whoa. But yeah.
It's okay. Niv got to have sex with one NPC. Oh wait, never mind. Didn't happen.
That was in the fake reality.
I love that happened.
Niv is so
But it
neglected.
didn't.
Val's trauma from that whole ordeal was like killing people that he cared about and stuff. And then Niv's is, wait, so I didn't have sex?
He's a 19. Yep. We all have trauma from that experience.
Two
All
goes
equal.
past Spotlight and Val here, walking right between them and into the structure. Eurus will find a clearing over here.
Wait, did you say two past me?
Yeah, two walked right past you.
Can I insight as they walk past?
Give me an insight roll.
Suspicious.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Accepted.
Can I do an insight roll on Maya as he walks past?
Yeah.
Do an insight roll on the insight roll.
Does
Probably.
anything? I want to see if anything feels off about 2.
You're not sure if it's because they're a kind of like high level adventurer hero person, but they seem very aware of their surroundings. Like as they see new people, notice them in the periphery, they will take a moment to look at them. The door opens, and they'll take a moment to kind of assess each person in the room.
But do they seem paranoid in any way?
They don't
I
seem
mean-
paranoid now.
Do they sense not nice? Can I do a roll? See if my spidey sense.
Everyone starts immediately mad dogging too. Keep it subtle, guys. Keep it subtle.
I'm gonna need you guys to do like sleight of hands and shit to make sure you're not showing signs, guys. Yeah,
I'll
go
roll.
for
I
it.
think it's fair for me to.
We don't even know.
Well, I
the
mean, he
Lord
just
is-
Two opens the door,
Yeah.
everything goes quiet, like it's the Wild West.
It's time for Hateful Eight. That's why there's a cabin. Don't drink the coffee. That's all I'm saying.
Timur has been under the floorboards the entire time.
Fucking Channing Tatum.
I think that was Alu. Roll an insight.
Yeah, like that.
You don't get a reading on 2, but you do see Spotlight's expression change when this person comes into close proximity. So you get the feeling that this is the person that the group seems to be worried about from the recording.
Okay.
Betafino and the silver adventurer that you guys saved that seems to wear a mask has the really cool name. They seem to be fussing over the unconscious and potentially dead people in the cart. Spotlight. In the back of the cart, you see an unconscious or potentially dead Oda.
Oh, is that Lynn's mom?
Shit, and Veltor's here too. Oof. Oof.
This is Wynn's mom. She was part of the defending group when we went for the item.
Yeah.
How did your... And then he's gonna look into the restrained kind of dragoness. He'll look at the Vusieto and say, you have this, right? I can talk to my team lead. Vusieto will give him a nod and keep fussing over the people in the cart. And Betafino will kind of walk over to the side here, away from prying eyes, to have a conversation with you. How did it go? How was your quest? Are you okay?
Okay. But I mean, it could have been worse, but well, we lost. I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing her name again. Pura.
Takeman. That's right.
We don't know where she's gone to. It seems like they took her, but I'm not sure why.
You'll think for a moment.
We managed to take out how many of them? Like 4?
Almost all of
4?
them, except for the mom and the parade.
Sizzling meat got away with I don't know, cat boy.
Cat boy. I wasn't aware of a tabaxi being part of that group.
I don't know if it was a tabaxi. It was a
Like just overlooking at racism.
corrupted person with
This
cat
character
ears.
is confirmed racist.
Yeah, he did have that racist moment against Loxodons, but to be fair, Loxodons are pretty weird. Thank you.
He is true.
At one point, I saw sizzling meat as a niece. It is a great disappointment to hear.
There's another thing.
What is it?
We don't know for sure, but Spotlight kind of looks around, like paranoid that people would hear from this close.
Does this need to be more private?
You got anything to No, I guess he wouldn't.
He will pull out a magical ring and he will cast a silence spell over the two of you so that you guys can only hear each other.
Oh,
He will then raise up his scarf so that it covers his mouth.
Spotlight will lift up her like cloak thing, which she has to hold because it's not going to stay there itself. So it was like a recording, right?
It was like a failed magical message send that you guys had access to listen to.
We heard, and we don't know who said it, so we don't know if it's reliable or anything, but something we heard was that 2 can't be trusted.
Why would that be?
I have no idea. I feel like I should tell you because, I mean, sizzling meat, and it's kind of maybe a little weird that one of two's, I guess, not students, but what would you call? I don't know. Mentees.
Yeah, what's a coachee called, right?
Student.
It just seems a little weird that maybe she didn't know about it, but I mean, he could have also been really good at hiding it.
2 isn't exactly the one known for subterfuge. That's more my business. If 2 was lying about something so important, I would have caught it out by now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like a court howling dunes.
I don't know. I don't know how to. I mean this very respectfully, but you don't think maybe how you feel about her could make it a little harder to see her that way?
The safety of your kids is the most important thing for me.
That's probably
I'm not saying we have to act on anything because we don't really have like strong evidence for acting on anything, but I do think we should try to keep it in mind, right?
We could. Would you be able to get me this recording from wherever it is?
Did we lose it? I feel like someone
It's
broke
still-
it. Or did I imagine it?
Yeah, but we fixed it. Niv has it.
Yeah, I think Niv has it if you want to try and get it from her at some point.
Yes, we'll talk about this then. Is there anything else you wanted to say? What did you find up there?
It was weird. We found like I don't know if shrines are the right word. Is the right word?
Oh,
Altars, places
But-
of worship.
It seemed like they were worshipping like a fake Hitaru.
well, Zara had always been a believer in Hitaru, and it was meant to be a part of their order.
Also, can Spotlight say anything that I've forgotten out of character?
Does anyone else want to help Spotlight if there is anything that matches that description?
No, help Quinn.
Wait, sorry, what?
Does anyone want to help Quinn with that?
Yes, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, same. It's like the one time you
Uh,
blank out on the conversation and you're like, "Call for help."
Go ahead, Quinn.
Just but if you know what else we found at the place. So if anyone can think of anything that's worth telling him, because all I remember is that there was like a fake Hitaru thing, but I know that there was a lot more stuff there that I didn't out of character take in because I wasn't here.
I'm sure there's a couple things we could go over. Most relevant for him would probably be all the Zara related shit.
Yeah, Zara stuff.
There's some stuff my character might bring up, but I mean, I think if you're going down a laundry list, that might bear mentioning. There's a tomb with a bunch of heroes? Question mark. Zara being one of them.
Okay, Spotlight would say that.
You found, what of Zara's did you find specifically?
No, I don't know.
There was a there was a
The
weapon.
titular blades.
When we returned the body to the crypt, there was something that came from that. It went glowy and stuff. And the weapon. There was a weapon. I don't remember who got it though.
Yes, so, Flow of the River, you got, Zara's blades, which are a famous artifact. Don't mind the random thing popping up. We'll be adjusting it over a couple of seconds. Well, what I want you to do is I want you to get Flo, and I want you to get Niv, and I'd like to talk with you as soon as you guys can, all right?
Yeah. Spotlight's considering telling him about herself, but and then she just kind of chickens out and walks off. Or he might pick up on that if he's inciting.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Why do you have a cat?
Oh, I was upset earlier. So our new friend.
I find snuggling with cats comforting. Stairs.
Well, I just missed you, coach.
Sorry.
I had to fill the void that you left, Arch. This is Benefitter Lasaw the second. Yeah, I was upset about my claws earlier. Don't worry, it's probably really stupid. I still don't know what's happening.
Something happened to your claws?
Apparently not. Why is there a house moving?
Oh shit, what the hell?
Baba Yaga.
I was like Wizard of Oz. Okay, just landed in a tornado.
Yours is gonna make a house.
Illusionary encampments is a well-established magic.
Sometimes they're pink.
Lightish red.
Did I hallucinate Mendax once making a bouncy castle to sleep in?
Well, we called it the bouncy castle as a joke. It was an actual
All right.
castle.
Okay.
was one
I
then.
thought it was actually like in world, like a bouncy castle.
No, what the fuck?
I don't know. Mendax is a little weird.
Bouncy castle?
Wait, what do you guys call them?
That would work.
Okay, good.
All right. Oh yeah, we don't actually have anyone inside the cabin. Okay, good. All right. Seti, it looks like you've approached the machine.
Yeah. Just bond
What do you-
investigate it.
Investigation roll.
Sure. Loads.
It's Seti's turn to raise up the prisoner.
I just want to see how the thing works. So I imagine it has to have some sort of enchantment on it to keep people that do magic inside.
Yeah, you notice some mostly standard kind of enchantments on our binds. But you also notice some mechanical functions, like a bunch of kind of inward pointing swords that you assume would function if she grew into the size of this thing.
I just assume that she could grow into it.
Based on conversations you overheard, you know that this is a person that's being called a dragon, and you assume that that's a literal thing.
This is making me think of those suits that have the daggers on the inside. Power people up for a short time.
Oh. What?
Gosh, okay, maybe that's just a Diablo thing. Actually, I was thinking D&D, but no, it might just be Diablo. But it's like a big Warhammer armor, but medievally. Anyways.
Huh.
I guess I'm just thinking that's neat. Appreciating the metal.
It is neat.
And what exactly are you?
The scientist.
I meant, like, what are you? Like, as a creature, biologically.
Oh.
Male.
A furbolg.
You're a long way from home.
That's yes. Still
Did you
studying.
need help
Still
going back home?
Well, that's why I'm tagging along with just kind of gestures off to the side while still looking at the machine.
You know, my mother is a lot more powerful than any of these people. It's a safer route for you if you just trust us and give us a little bit of a hand.
What exactly are you proposing?
Well, you could start with a sign of good faith. What was the device that the Tabaxi was talking about that he needed to be so secretive of?
Well, if he felt the need to be secretive of it, then I should as well.
You must have heard tales of the dragons and the power of dragons. Don't you want to come down on the winning side?
Dragons don't always win. In fact, they're frequently captured.
Gestures at current scenario.
That's one way to read this situation. I wouldn't say it's an entirely correct way to read the situation, but if that's the bet you want to make with yourself, it's okay to lose. Just that there are heavy consequences.
Seems like there's more to learn this way.
What brought you to this place?
An experiment.
Did you want to tell me more about your experiment?
Planning to publish most of it in a paid paper.
Well, before you have it paid, you should probably have it peer reviewed.
Are you a doctor?
A doctor. That's a concept of your world. It's not exactly a universal concept. But I am the most intelligent of the dragons.
Oh. So he looks less interested.
All right, well, run along then.
When I'm done.
She'll just kind of watch you as you do your investigating. Valtor Hammerax will rush out of the front of the building. He is blind, but still manages to make his way pretty quickly. He runs over here.
Is he blind?
He was blinded by his older brother.
Okay.
It happens all the time. Not something to be worried about or ashamed of.
To his partner's unconscious body. Those of you,
Oof.
maybe Val and Alia see this. We'll see Valtor kind of like feeling
Let's go.
Oda's head and shouting out in kind of frustration.
I'm sorry. Who is crying out in frustration?
That guy.
One map. Okay.
This man's.
He's Wynn's father. So Wynn's mother's partner. So this is, we've got a romantic pair, but one of them is unconscious and had been pretty much evil, or I'd say lawful evil.
Soulless.
Soulless, yeah.
Plays that up.
Alia and Val, is there anything specific the two of you wanted to do?
I wanted to ask about something that to do in character, but that was before an extra house appeared and things progressed. But when we first came onto the map, and
Yes.
the porch decided to animate itself.
Yes, the porch was a mimic set as a trap.
And Ali has very specific memories of a mimic taking a bite of her during a previous battle. One battle. Can she draw any connection? Yeah. Between the creation of mimic size, it's such a common thing that's not a there's a moot point.
Yeah, give me an Arcana roll.
Okay.
Yeah, mimics are a common kind of form of trap.
Okay.
This is the only way into this building. The mimic was meant to check for people that aren't supposed to enter the building, and you can make it obvious that there are intruders and hopefully restrain them.
But I mean, like, it's commonly made. It's not like a very specific person makes them, and you'd be able to recognize them because they are made.
Yeah, there's no like
Geppetto.
it's not like this is Greg and Greg makes all of the mimics type situation.
The Mimic Master, God of Mimics.
Okay. Well, then Ali just continues to observe.
How about you, Mike?
I think I did most of what I wanted to do last session, so I'm pretty good. Pass turn.
Hey. Spotlight, Niv.
I'm one of those things.
And Flow. All right, so Spotlight, you got to collect Niv and Flow.
Nev. Nev.
Niv's ignoring Spotlight.
Nev. Slowly more
what?
irritated. I need you for something.
Can it wait? Niv thinks for a second.
I'm
Busy.
sulking. It's kind of important. It's with Filipino.
Niv slides out of the tree and lands.
I still have to get floored. Just make assumptions, Richard.
Sorry, Quinn's
I thought she
making.
was making assumptions.
Niv's gonna take a moment to kind of brush themselves off, wipe their eyes, follow after, begrudgingly.
Spotlight, when you walk in, you see Flo is comforting Crackegg, who's still upset from having to give John the bad news.
Can I borrow you?
And then she'll look to Crackegg. Crackegg will use a wing to kind of say it's fine. And then Crackegg will go outside to get some air. What is it, Spotlight?
I just wanted to have a chat with you, Niv and Betafina.
She'll like step forward as if she's following you, but she'll kind of whisper, "Should I get Jeffrey?"
No, not yet.
And Flo will walk over to Niv. Betafina will eventually walk back as well.
Can Alia hear any of the conversations since she's sort of in the area, or they're
Are you listening in?
I'm observing, so chances are yes, I'm definitely. Yes.
They stop at the tree line, and then Betafino sees you observing.
Not that obvious. Am I? Wait, let me roll a dice for being obvious while listening. No, I'm joking.
Sorry, I was using your passive stat. If you wanted to roll like we could say a sleight of a stealth would probably be the best roll for that.
Okay. Um,
But this is
pass.
probably the hardest person to stealth against in the game,
No,
in the campaign.
I have no skill in that. It's fine. Yes, I can be obviously observed.
You could try it, but yeah, it's fine. There's always a natural 20 option.
It's the most perceptive character in the entire franchise.
Here you go. Oh, look, oops. No, I meant to press stealth. I missed that one.
It's the same. It's the same.
I think
amount.
that's funnier. Oh, I meant to stealth. Immediately starts like fumbling shit.
I think I failed stealth the same time the first time I met the party where I was trying to look like a rock. Yes.
Very sneaky. It's the giant octopus that you carry around with you the whole time that kind of gives you away.
Oh, hey, speaking of.
Alrighty. As you're further out, Betafino will cast again to make it so that you're in a cone of silence. Your druid was watching me. Who is that? I've never seen them before.
That's someone we met at the. What do they call it? A dungeon. At the place we went to.
Fine. He's better than Gem, so
He's going to look to Flo and he'll ask, "Can I see?" And Flo will pull out the two blades that had been taken from Zara's crypt.
Zara's blades? The blades for Zara?
That's right. Pedafino will take one in each hand and observe them closely. These are the ones. You better take good care of these. Or you won't have to wait for the next life for someone to put you straight. They deserve respect. Yes. And then you'll give back the swords.
I'll be right back.
Niv, what is this about a recording? Magical message?
Niv's going to look at Coach for a second and then start digging through their pack. Produce the sending stone and then go back to looking away.
You'll play it again. The last moments of a person desperately trying to reach out to Pedafino with some message and eventually warning that they can't trust two. And he'll kind of look at it. Spotlight wants to ask a question but can't push to talk, to say it again.
Right, so I get a mouthful of water.
No.
Do you recognize the person that's talking?
It sounds like Zara. Always had a bit more. She always sounded a bit livelier. Sounded off.
I mean,
Where exactly did you find this?
it could be fake. I mean, or they could have been mind controlled or something. I don't know. Val here's had his head messed with more than like Jem's gotten our friends killed.
What would Zara be warning me about? Do you think?
Spotlight?
I don't know.
How much have you told Coach?
Well, you heard the message, right?
No, I meant like in general about what happened.
Spotlight told everything that she was aware of.
Spotlight just said that two couldn't be trusted. And that Zara's blades were found, pretty much.
I don't know. There was like a lot of weird stuff. We got there and this weirdo. Flo, what did you say? They said
Which one? There were a lot of strange people.
when we like first got there before we went downstairs.
She said that they were believers of Phoenix.
Right. Yeah. And then we found like a bunch of weird freaking statues, which were apparently Hitaru, and they had a bunch of weird writing on it, which said, Nip just gestures at Flo again.
There were some ramblings from Zara. She was getting increasingly paranoid.
Yeah. And we found all the tombs and stuff, and most of them didn't do anything. And then there was this weird room where they had this crazy spell, and he said that it made like a lot of liquid. Niv's gonna dig through their pouch and pull out the water gun, still filled with some of the juice from the cauldron. Whoa, did my connection just got weird there for a second?
Yes.
Oh, it's still doing it. Bad Discord. Did you catch everything I said?
I believe I did. Zara died a decade ago. Whatever carvings you found are old. And if two was this monster or a part of whatever this is, then there's no reason to think that she still is.
Right. But then freaking Gem went off on their own again. Anyways, that part's not important. There's this big freaking room where we like fought all of them again. I don't know, there was like a spa or something, but whatever. That part doesn't matter.
I forgot to mention.
Niv holds
Niv,
off.
you reminded me. We had you know that person I was telling you about with the cat ears.
Yes.
He wait. The spotlight know that that guy did the same thing to other people, like getting in their head and asking them about people from someone from somewhere else.
I'm not sure if you guys quite disclosed to each other how much that happened.
I can't prove it, but I have a feeling that Niv brought it up at some point.
Well, I guess Spotlight will explain what she experienced, and then if Niv wants to say it, then we can assume.
Yeah. I mean, like, classic Fate trick, right? To pull you in the weird little frickin' space of nothing.
Right. But it was weird because they were asking for
Someone that wasn't born here, which is like half of our party now.
yeah. I thought they might have meant Bobby, but
And then they took Pirat, which is like, hello? That wasn't even one of the options.
They took Purant. What does that
already
mean?
told him that.
Yeah.
What exactly
after
do you mean?
Well, after we beat all of them, you know, well, almost all of them, frickin' Howling Doom's mom frickin' disappeared, literally. But we beat the rest of them until this fucking... Oh, wait, no, she wouldn't curse. This frickin' Faye guy showed up out of frickin' nowhere.
Sorry.
It's important. Consistent characterization. He just kind of like sucked them all into this pool, and then they all disappeared, including Pirat. I mean, they almost got cracked egg, right?
I think so. But I was away for that part.
Is John okay?
I mean, he's definitely upset, but that's understandable.
Holy frick, John's here too? Oh no. Well,
yeah, we
whatever.
told him.
Pirat's kind of a badass. They'll be fine. Anyways, they ran away, obviously, because they knew how cool we were. We raided their treasure after, and we found like a whole bunch of money. And there was like a note from Get This Pestilence. Isn't he like dead?
He is. Was actually Spotlight, your dad's group, found it.
My dad screwed what?
Dad's group found Pestilence's body.
I thought you said your dad.
That's a long
screwed-
sentence,
It's
Gwen.
like, whoa.
It seems like an in character mishearing.
Honestly, yeah, make that canon.
He screws a lot of things. Gonna have to narrow it down.
Yeah, right. Anyways, it was like, I don't know, a year ago or something, but like, it means that Howling Dunes was like planning on being a traitor for like before we were even teams, right?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Sure.
Or at the very least, that his mom was.
Well, 3. Very good. Much persuasion. Seeing Niv's just throwing out ideas. No confidence.
Two has been living in Tikka's Tavern for a long time now. Since Zara passed, she hardly interacts with that group anymore.
So, like, what's the deal, Coach? Zara was, like, your old friend, right?
For many years, Zara, Tu, and I, we would venture into the Feywilds and look for other people that were pulled from Tilia, and we would bring them to safety.
Yeah.
Zara's like a sister, or was before she passed.
I don't understand. Why are all these weirdos, like, hanging out at her grave? And why is she buried in some frickin' random cave?
She was. You found her body?
Well, maybe? Twilight?
I thought
Sorry, I'm
Spotlight-
conferring with Richard because I out of character wasn't there for that either.
I mean, it's not like we did a fucking autopsy DNA test on it. We had a thing that was body shaped.
That's
I can't-
how
I can't.
I got the swords. They were in her tomb.
Do you not know where they ended up?
No, they went missing. Zara went missing about 10 years ago. We thought maybe in the Feywilds or in the wilderness of Axfall.
Dude, and all that desperate stuff? She might have been captured by, like, these frickin' traders a long time ago.
Good persuasion roll.
Why did they bury her? 21. We're going up. We're going up.
Just so you know, Spotlight, I believe you have proficiency in persuasion. You could be helping these.
Not
Can
sure
I do,
Spotlight
Help action?
is necessarily convinced of Niv's arguments.
I'm just saying a thing could happen.
I mean, I could also be guidancing myself. We're just spitballing here.
Yeah, I think Spotlight's being careful not to be like
Jump to conclusion.
accusatory almost. But it's a
Ish,
quick way
fair.
to lose someone on your side.
I don't get it. I mean, if she's like a badass you used to hang out with, why would she join a bunch of random cultists? But then, like, they still made a freaking weird grave for her. That's obviously a waste, but like, why?
What seems likely is Zara was losing her mind.
I don't know if we should be quick to jump to that, though.
Hold up, he's the DM. He knows.
Has the DM ever lied to us? No, of course not. Never.
It's just decades old conjecture. There's no proof here of anything.
Yeah. Plus, like, if they were working with Pestilence and Pestilence is dead, and then the frickin' dragons are doing a bunch of random stuff, and they clearly found a new Fae, right? That frickin' weird purple guy.
There isn't enough here to act on. That's what I think.
I'll be right back.
Spotlight looks worried.
Well, it's getting annoying. We find this frickin' rando portal, and now there's this other cult, and the queen gets frickin' killed, and we're supposed to be fighting this war against the Fae while everything goes crappy behind us. What are we supposed to do? What's the point of winning the war if by the time they come back, Axfall's frickin' gone?
Every day we do the best we can. Those first days, there were a lot of dark moments where it felt like what we were doing was useless. Then your parents had you. He gestures to all three of you. And hope started to bloom. War is always going to be the worst time. It feels bad. It feels scary, like as walls are closing in around. I have almost died dozens of times. It gets better. It gets easier to live with.
Meanwhile, Nev has actually died.
It's actually not that bad. Sorry, that that was to Quinn, not in character. Fine, whatever. I just feel like we went through a lot, and we kicked a bunch of bad guys' butt, and then all we get is a bunch of frickin' money, which is cool, obviously. I don't know. I wanted more.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, when I was first pulled here, we didn't really have a concept for money. It's too dangerous. We had a dozen different currencies from all the Tillians pulled. Like I said, I don't think there's anything here for us to act on.
Maybe not act, but I do think we should be on
I'm back.
guard at least. Welcome back.
Well, then you can trust my eyes.
It's just, never mind.
He's gonna hold up the little rock with the message stored in it that Alia had uncovered. He's going to say, "This could be dangerous for my family." So, and he cuts it with a dagger and breaks it.
Oh no!
Why'd you do that?
You don't need rumors like this hurting the last of my family.
We don't know if it's a rumor.
I mean, it was garbage proof anyways. Kind of makes sense.
Spotlight looks annoyed.
Unrelated, the other team members were being really weird that we couldn't contact you randomly. That's like normal, right?
He's gonna look at Flo, and then Flo will break the gaze.
Why is Flo homophobic?
What?
Break the
He
gaze.
said
Cut it in
break
half
the
with your
gaze.
dagger.
No.
This is dangerous to my family. Slice.
Is this something that you'll insist on?
I think it'd be stupid not to. At least keep it in mind.
What? No, I don't care. Just tell them that they're wrong.
Spotlight, give me a persuasion roll. With
Sorry,
disadvantage.
for a different conversation, but I'll just pretend that she said it anyway.
40. I guess I'll put the sending stone out of my inventory. Boop.
And then he'll walk away.
He never listens.
Is he holding the broken stone while he's walking in his direction?
I think it's just on the ground.
Oh, okay.
You don't see it. I can tell the other players that he did drop it.
Why does he just never listen to me?
I don't know. It seemed like you listened to me.
I mean, it's easier to listen to someone that's not suggesting that someone you care about is bad, I guess.
I mean, what do you want him to do? Go attack 2 out of nowhere? Just based on some information that we found in the enemy stronghold? Like,
No,
Come
it's
on.
just he's acting like there's no way that it could be true. That's all. That's what I worry about.
I don't know. What if I told you Val here was a traitor?
I'd at least have to hear you out on that.
And Coach did. Coach did hear us out.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. Flo? Yeah, what if I told you this really cool dragon is in a cage?
From my interactions with 2 and knowing the other group's teachers, Benefino does kind of act nonchalant
Coach just gets it. You know, there's no point worrying about something that's not worth worrying about. It's a waste of time.
I do get that, especially when we have so few allies already. I can understand why it'd be a bad idea to start being suspicious of people we do have.
Look, we had a couple of teammates that like couldn't cut it, right? You know, obviously there's that
Oh,
whole freaking
God.
thing with Aiden.
The coldness of saying they couldn't cut it.
Couldn't cut it. But like otherwise our team is doing great, right?
I guess.
Think about it. Ours hasn't been disbanded yet. I mean, neither has yours, but like, I don't know, the whole Queen thing is maybe worse than the cult thing? I don't freaking know.
I wouldn't say that this is some type of competition.
We literally had a freaking tournament.
They'll think for a moment. And that's when you will hear shouting coming from the cabins.
We should probably check that out, right?
Yeah, probably.
You hear George Giant's blood shout out. Two of Tyr, you stand accused of being a traitor. Come out and face justice.
Oh, we're
Oh,
just doing this
they
right now.
fucking-
Okay.
Why?
Thanks,
What did you
Val.
do?
Heavens,
Uh,
Val.
It's both your character's fault. It's twice your fault.
Oh my god, you're right, because it was Cassian and Val.
Double the problem.
this is fine.
I guess it didn't matter what better theme I thought of it then.
I
Where's
see
the
no way
champagne?
how he can 1v. I don't know how many people on the board. 20.
We don't know how many of the traitors are. Maybe Eurus is a traitor and we're all fucked. Nif's
That would
gonna
be
rush to the tree
unexpected.
line as well as she can while this all develops.
I might, Ali is also going to retract to the shade of this tree. Observe.
We're getting out of here.
Back up, back up.
You'll see that things become a little bit more charged. Epan will step back as well.
I may be drunk, but I'm not that drunk. I'm gonna go hang out with the deadly dragon.
Strange weather we're having.
From Jem's position, can she hear anything inside the cabin?
Make a perception roll.
Can she like put her ear to the or her ear hole to the roof? Yeah, perception.
Birdie.
The noise is coming from outside. It's from Georgia Giant's blood. You can see her.
presume
but
it
I
buzzing for
was-
most of the camp.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I was listening to see if I could hear anything inside the cabin, like the people inside.
Not specific words. You probably hear like mutterances from Bobby because he's not a very soft-spoken person. But nothing necessarily like urgency. You just hear like mutterings of oh.
Are there any
oh.
cracks? Are there any cracks in the roof that I can kind of see through?
The thatch seems pretty well maintained. No.
Jem will pick Thatch out of her feathers.
Betafina will say, Georgia, what is this about? Cassian has told me that there is reason to believe Tu was a part of this cult, this sect that split away from us and wanted to cause our downfall. Who murdered my mother.
Spotlight steps forward a little bit. It's not really solid proof of anything.
Well, what was it?
It was like a message from what we think was what's her name? Zara?
I want to hear this message.
Oh,
About
wouldn't
that.
that be nice? Kind of looks at Betafina like a little bit like, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Alia can wave and say, like, but we do have a stone, don't we?
No, it got broken.
I destroyed it, thinking it not enough evidence.
Evidence is still evidence, and you destroyed it?
It was
Suspicious.
likely taken out of context.
Well, we don't know now that it's destroyed, huh? You seemed really keen to get rid of it, maybe.
Objection.
Somebody, please don't let Jem talk during this. Can we bring up that they have a history of making things worse?
Can I get a persuasion roll from both of you? Or tumbling gemstones going to give me an argument and then a persuasion roll.
If Niv's rolling, can I do a help action for Niv's?
I'm just saying, if there's like this whole trial going on, someone who admits to destroying evidence that may be useful in that trial, that's kind of suspicious and or backhanded.
Okay, not entirely. I mean, if you heard
Anyway, do I roll
something like
persuasion?
that- I think Richard said too.
Yep.
Wow.
Give me a persuasion from Gem, and give me one with advantage from Niv.
Pretty good.
Wait, I haven't said.
Mine's a crit though.
19, so close.
Mine's a crit though.
Would have been very nice to have crit that also. But it is what it is. 32, non-critical.
Oh, what happens there? Because that's like nearly.
This easily could have been something taken out of context. Benefino starts, but Georgia is going to say, context or no, this is something I wanted to hear.
And you should have been able to hear it. I think maybe Betafina wasn't thinking straight when he did that.
Yes, he's losing his grasp on reality if he thinks that's the best choice.
Spotlight frowns. She looks kind of worried for Betafino.
Niv also looks disconcerted? Question mark? I think that's the right word.
You can't blame him for responding that way to something like that. He really cares about her. They're like family, you know? If you heard something like that about family, you probably wouldn't want others hearing it.
So you're saying inspire with each other? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Classic, Jim.
Hey, I haven't said shit for the past hour and a half. I'm gonna involve
I gotta
myself
stir some
in this.
shit. I gotta get somebody murdered today.
I've got a role play too. I'm sorry that when I role play, it's this. I'm sorry.
It's what my character would do.
It is what my character would do. I'm just highlighting as a neutral character on the sidelines.
Neutral my ass.
I mean, I was just saying a couple hours ago how I had no idea how this was going to go. So,
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Especially
Good
when
end,
you mention
champagne
that.
episode. Bad end.
No champagne
I'll
today.
have to start
brother.
playing. I'll have to start playing Evil SETI.
Evil SETI. Give him a goatee. That way
Nighttime
I
SETI.
do, unironically have to get going here.
No.
Gotta drive 6 hours tomorrow.
Let's go.
Come on, you don't need sleep for
Come on.
that. Statistically speaking, being tired is less dangerous than all other forms of driving.
What?
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 That does not sound right.
That is
I
definitely not
think you
sound
should
right.
not be giving advice, sir. That's not right.
I think driving tired is safer than driving without having played D&D sufficiently.
Have a good night, man.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Matt.
Drive
Drive
safe.
safe.
Val here. What was in this message you heard?
Yes, you asked the character who would know, but the player who doesn't because I was late.
Oh, that's right.
This was from us.
No, the message was from the end of the session before that, but we did.
Oh, was it? Or did I leave early?
Recap.
Either way, I wasn't there.
Yeah. Essentially, it was a message that was supposed to go to Betafino. That now, as player characters, you guys know it was from Zara,
Yes.
and it was warning Betafino that 2 is bad, and that it seemed
Yes.
like the message cut short, which
Yeah.
potentially meant that Zara was injured.
We don't have the message available, no, because I feel like that would be important.
Yeah,
Betafino
Betafino
just
destroyed
destroyed
that. That's my
That's,
argument that I just made. I just made the
Slight
argument.
Issue.
Yeah,
Slight issue for everyone involved.
that's why they're
I-
asking you
I
about
heard
it.
Too. Alia made notes. Maybe she.
We
did.
know the content
She
of
heard
it.
it. Okay.
Yeah, you guys know the content of it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know that in character. So yeah, there you go.
It's just that the queen didn't get to hear it for herself.
Right.
What was the question? Just what was in the message?
Since Cassian said that you told him, she's asking you what the content of the message was, essentially.
I'll pretty much just be in line with what Spotlight said. And it was a message from, we assume, Zara that was directed at Benefido, warning him that 2 may have been involved with this group in the past.
You don't understand, Queen, Betafino says. You didn't know how Zara was at the end there. She was reclusive and part of a dangerous group of people.
I mean,
Does no
Yes,
one
Jen?
have zone of truth?
I
Do you see
mean,
any paladins here?
it's a bit late now to
like
focus on it.
50
It's all just
people.
going to be a bunch of he said, she said.
And if only there was a spell that we had that could make anyone tell the truth without fail.
Without fail is technically incorrect.
Well, it's only technically incorrect if you're bullshitting.
I don't know. I mean, we kind of already did that with Howling Dunes, and we saw how that went.
Ask a straight
Still think it
question
was
challenge.
correct.
Brackets impossible.
Impossible.
asked.
It's tougher than you guys think.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing.
It is also technically resistible. I mean, yes, you get a notification, but it is not a full by any stretch.
The person that is standing beside Cassian will step forward and cast Zone of Truth.
Wham. How big's the
It's like fireball sized, if I remember correctly. Bobby has it, but he's inside.
15-foot radius sphere.
Oh, so almost.
Not the big.
We'll get Jem in on this too.
Wait, is Betafina also on the roof?
No.
I was going to say. Token's alive.
I don't think they're 100% accurate right now. Unless Flo's chilling in the
Tokens
pit
are-
still.
Oh, yeah, well, Flo's still with you guys. 1 second. 15. 15. No, not quite. There we go. All right. Blanche will say, Headmaster, Queen, it's up. One second, let me just double check the cult name. Gotta ask direct questions. The Queen will ask, 2, are you a part of Eternal Flame? And 2 will respond, is this the sort of justice we are going to have an axe fall, a confrontation in the wilds, a potentially lethal one.
Question.
What?
What was that, Blue?
Oh, Jem from the top will kind of shout down, "Boo! Answer her question."
Answer the question, too. Or we'll find you guilty. Who will kind of cross their arms pointedly, not saying anything. What are you doing? You're not a part of them. Just tell them the truth. Here, Benefino says. I didn't fight so hard to be a part of a country that treats its people like this.
I mean, true, with the current state of how things are, it's a bit unfair to expect like something more formal than this.
You suspect me, and you think me this villain. Then why don't you string me up like the rest of the villains you have here? Why does this have to be met with justice now? This is not justice, it's vengeance. For your loss. I understand you're afraid, but this is not how you met out justice.
You still haven't answered the question.
And does anyone else have any strong feelings about how this situation should be handled by the Queen?
Aaron, how many times can you use your ebb and flow? Just out of curiosity.
Talking about fair trade?
Yeah.
10 times the standard. It's not guaranteed, though. I know what you're thinking. Yes, there is the potential I could take a memory, but it's not controllable.
You could get a memory of the first time that they had sex.
And then you just have that.
Nice. Not helpful.
Not helpful.
You got 10 turns, though. You got 10 tries.
Oh, hi, coach.
I mean, A, it has to hit. B, I have to.
Oh, we
rely
can
on
make
the
it
memory
hit. We
still.
can make it hit.
C, the memory has to somehow be relevant and obviously not a misdirection. There's so many problems. Also, there's no way Niv would think of that in character right now, so. Don't worry, I already thought about it. If you want to do some mind probing, your best bet is probably asking Eurus to do a detect thoughts of some sort.
Which I think I can also do.
Yeah, I mean, you already did once, right?
Yeah.
Good luck doing it on an abstinent 2 who won't even answer to a zone of truth. maybe the direct approach is not going to work out here. I mean, if you're asking, Niv is obviously not voicing any objections. They're kind of observing the situation.
She does raise a decent point. There are 3 other prisoners in the camp. Why not just have her be a 4th prisoner?
Well, that's pretty obvious because the others were caught or like known to have done something bad. and she isn't known to have done something bad. There's just evidence to suggest that she's done something bad.
Yeah, like one's an evil dragon. Why is 2 suggesting they're an evil dragon?
I think Spotlight's just going to hope that Betafino can get through to her and make her say something.
Go on. Decent insight.
You've been through so much here. I know you remember what it was like having to vet all those people one at a time, how dangerous they were, how many tried to hurt us. None of us are perfect, but what we have is honesty. And yet, when searching for honesty, you find people like her that are blinded by vengeance. You saw what she did to that Dragonborn.
You're stalling.
She's in a dark place. She cut him to ribbons.
Who are we talking about? Oh god, my internet, please.
Aaron's internet.
No. Who are we talking about?
I think they're talking about the
No.
the
Sorry,
blue-
that was supposed to be in character.
character.
I know who we're talking about.
I don't.
Niv doesn't know who we're talking about. You
Look at
should
the
know.
carriage. Look what she did to that body.
Was it a bad guy?
Was one of Differ's people. They're not evil. They're just deluded, like Oda.
Yeah. Counterpoint. One of them did kill me.
I can understand where you're coming from too. I mean, not exactly in a place to judge the queen, but I can see how it might seem like she's acting on, I guess, an impulse. But it'd be very comforting to me and your students if you could clear it up for us too. It's not just her that wants to know that you can be trusted.
I don't trust my life with her judgment. So how can I answer a question? Self is flawed. If she wasn't so busy cutting up that Dragonborn, she wouldn't have let Differ get away.
Then answer it for us and not for her.
Her
Yeah,
judgment is what I am answering to, Spotlight.
Like, feel like you're being weird about this. What about Coach? You trust Coach, right?
Bedafino is a good man, but he is a deeply scarred and flawed person.
Well, damn, tell him how you really feel.
It's in the zone of truth. That is how they really feel.
What would it take for you to feel better about answering these questions? Do you want me to ask them? Or, or Berafino to ask them? Or maybe Cracked Egg, even?
She'll kind of glare at you. Doesn't matter who asks them, it's who's dealing out the judgment.
But if you've got nothing to hide, there won't be any judgment for you to face, right?
Any information can be twisted and turned to what she wants. I am the queen of Axfall, and you're not making any case for your innocence. 2, you need to be honest. You need to answer for your history.
So, Rory, this is going to end up one of those situations like when you're playing, what's that game called? Like Werewolf or whatever. And you like
One
kill
Night
someone
Ultimate
because they don't present a good case, and then they flip their card over and they're a fucking villager, and you're like, why? What did you just say?
Why you no talk better?
We just, offer him some of the champagne. He'll be happy to tell us stuff. All right.
Just get too drunk. Ha ha! Drug him.
Drugs.
Bedafino still kind of looks hurt at what 2 had said. But he'll make an impassioned plea. I'm here, and I'm not vengeful, and I'll make sure, no matter what you say, that vengeance isn't. We don't have time for that. We don't have the people for that anymore. Just be honest. There's a reason we took Oda and Julfis. We didn't kill them. We maybe should have, but we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Coach broke the frickin' sending stone. I mean, if you don't even trust him, then you're not gonna trust anybody here.
Can I get a persuasion roll? I'll let you have advantage from Bedafino's plea.
Sure. Clean 6 and a 3. Mm.
Sorry, I put a little bit of thought into that one.
Oh, all right. Get a metal 2 going.
You can imprison me until your brother gets back. He always was more level-headed than you were, Georgia. Even if you were the firstborn, you never would have been the one picked for the throne.
Oof.
I'll submit to being locked away, bound for eventual justice over whatever this is right now. This is could I get a perception roll from Spotlight Val here and
Please me.
Gem and Alia and yeah, everyone. Okay, everyone's seeing this.
Everyone?
Perception.
What number are we looking for?
Not a
500.
Ah,
I actually don't see anything. There was a piece of thatch that was really interesting while they were droning on. So she just devoted her attention to that piece of thatch.
All right.
Not our
No
day.
one
That's
sees
all
any-
sub 10s across the board. Incredible.
I mean, 18's still very high, even if it's not like as high as we could be.
Does Cassian see? Because Cassian's got a passive of like 22.
Yeah, Cassian and Benefino have very, very high perceptions.
Yeah. I'd like to take my passive instead, thank you. Prefer my 18 over the 11.
Gem, as 2
Oh.
is
He's 19.
Oh, fuck.
as 2 is going on about the state of the monarchy and
Yawn.
trust the acting queen over the more just Thranduss Giant's blood.
Man, she left Magia to escape this argument. God damn it.
You see an arrow embed itself in 2's head.
You
Whose
are the
head?
arrow.
Whose head?
2.
just now? Just like out of nowhere? Or you?
No!
You hear the landing of this arrow. Everyone hears it. Everyone sees it. And 2 kind of shifts their head a little bit to look where that came from. And as she does, a second one hits her.
Hey, wait. I feel like Betafino's
Second
right
arrow
there and can
has hit the
deflect
tower.
shit, surely.
Right, as a monk, right? Deflect missiles.
Yeah.
He's a rogue.
He's a rogue.
I have deflect
rogue.
missiles.
You're too far away, ain't you?
He is a
Okay.
rogue.
Too far away, isn't it? In it.
No.
Still, you'd think he would have moved her out of the way.
Hold on.
I mean, it's fine.
Find
have so
things,
much
quick,
healing
find
magic.
things.
The more important thing is somebody is shooting too.
Yeah.
Find the arrow shooter.
Alright, yeah, Spotlight's gonna
Someone
be
have
looking for where it
Revivify?
came from.
Yeah, we've got, like,
Identify
genre.
arrow direction. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, can we like whip our heads?
I mean, surely Cassian knows where they're coming from. None of us do.
Plot twist, Cassian killed him.
It
Shadow
was Cassian.
Conjutsu.
Yeah, it was Cassian.
Cassian's the traitor. They actually did die. That was their face mask.
Yeah.
This has been different the whole time.
As you watch, you see 2 fall down,
Yeah, do we roll initiative? When does
We'll get to initiative.
we'll get
Wow.
to it?
We'll get to initiative.
it.
We're like
We'll get to
we're
it.
still in the split second moment. Don't
All
worry.
right. We're in the
That's
It's
at
still
least
the
like
shooter's
half of a
turn.
turn, Richard. That's like half a turn.
fine.
I've got my
we can
timer
take
ready to
extra
go.
attack in 6 seconds.
Exactly.
alright. You still got a bonus action and a solo action.
Is there anyone that can't be surprised?
Yeehaw.
How do you check that?
I mean,
Fine.
Like a danger
think
sense
I
or
can
a
be
special item
surprised.
for-
there's also
Yeah.
alert, which Richard famously hates.
I think I just don't like the fucking the mechanic of surprise that much.
We don't use it, and it feels swinging. It's to replace the flat-footed mechanics, which were very fucking weird.
Yeah. And then 2 will be struck in the chest with a 3rd arrow and fall down.
Triple
not
attack.
moving.
Wait. Can I punch 2 before they do that, actually?
Weren't you on the roof?
To completion.
Yeah, so I get the 10 hit points.
Oh, we're gonna turn 2 into a ghoul.
Oh, fine.
If only the ghouls actually
Fine.
had their abilities and level and general hit points.
Don't talk shit about my crappy soul ability.
Hopefully it levels
Has
up
2
and it
hit,
becomes
0 hit
actually good.
points.
I have
It's
a
not my
resurrection
primary.
thing.
If you have a
That is true.
reaction to someone hitting
That
0
is true.
hit points, you can use it. But if you don't have a reaction, then it won't be able to be used.
Have an action.
It has to be a reaction.
Carrying
But it's
his
instant.
palm master.
You're instant.
Fine, I'll wait my turn. Whenever that is, because there's no initiative.
Not
Roll
yet.
initiative.
It's still the surprise.
Fuck
right?
you.
Hell yeah, brother! Initiative!
How do
And
you
here
do
we
this
go.
again? Wait,
Oh, great.
Clonk.
what?
It is flat-footed now.
Nope, I did the wrong button. Which?
That's
Why do I
correct. No,
press-
you did it. You clicked the button, you just have to click your token first, so it actually puts the initiative onto the token. But you clicked the correct button. Good job.
Thank you.
That's weird.
Okay.
I think it's for the DM because, like, the DM has so many.
Right. It's like, well, whose initiative? Could be anyone's initiative.
Well, yeah, if you want it to go in the turn order, you have to click your token.
I got it. Look, I'm on the list now.
I'll edit it. You gotta.
Fix it in post. Fix it in post.
Pedofino's initiative makes so much sense in this situation.
Where
it's
did my-
kinda perfect on this
Ooh.
side.
There we go.
He's so initiated.
28.
Benefino's
so
never been more
initiated.
initiated in his
He's
life.
so initiated.
Hey, Gwen.
Yeah. I know what it is. I'm not even opening it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Aaron.
As 2 kind of settles from falling, you see the shooter off in the distance.
Oh.
What?
Where? Oh, shit.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were referring to Sindru.
Shit.
Same.
Also,
Let me
off
bring
in
her
the
back.
distance.
I also thought that.
I was like,
I also
"Excuse
thought
me?"
that. No, because that makes sense logically, but
I'm just gonna
understand.
move Flo. I'm just gonna.
I understand the 3D space now. Okay.
Thank you, Aaron.
I was like,
Is it also? Okay.
Wait, was it
John's
this guy?
the traitor.
John Cena?
That's why they took fucking.
But we can't see him.
He's right here. You guys now see him.
Ah, we now see him.
But the fuck, they're good guys. Doesn't make sense.
John Dagwin.
I mean, it could be acting on emotion, thinking if she's part of the people that took his daughter. And now
Yeah, I
he's
would
like
also
that.
be mad.
Yeah.
Generally.
John's the master of emotion.
Okay, so it's Betafino's turn.
Oh, I got movement.
Shit. He's one away.
How do I have more movement than Benefito, huh?
The reach. Where's the reach? Where's the reef?
Doesn't he have like giga speed?
He has really
his
good
whole
speed.
thing walking.
He didn't dash. He has
He could
55
use
speed
cunning
without
action to
dashing.
get there and then use his action.
Yeah, he could use
So-
cunning action.
Doesn't he also
You
have
could
like
skull
tabaxi,
ability,
double your move
super
speed?
run. Yeah, isn't
Good
that like
point.
his thing?
Let me double
Roast
check
the
Yeah.
that.
motherfucker.
Tabaxi, bing bong, and then he, yeah.
Cat movement like Flo.
Double your move speed.
Cat mode. I've never used goat mode because it's undignified.
You have on walls
Oh, yeah.
in the ice planet realm.
Yeah,
You bitch.
but I have other goat ability.
Yeah, well, those obviously aren't important enough.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Benefino tornado.
Fire tornado.
Yeah, you see his feet light up with fire, and flames engulf John, and he will also stab him.
Like, directly after.
I mean, he can do it in any order, so I like to think he ran around a little bit, then stabbed him, then kept running.
I mean, he has his bonus action too, so he'll be stabbing him twice while running around him.
That's a lot.
I have a dagger that makes ghouls.
And of a dagger that makes cool.
I can make rocks occasionally. Is this? Oh wow!
Wow, interesting.
Plus 15, double that one. That is insane.
That's got to mean something.
That's blinded by emotion. I don't know.
Yet you hear Betafino shouting out in anger and
They want to speak to
frustration.
Baxi.
Okay, I know Betafino's upset, but he needs to know that this isn't our fault.
Oh, you're next.
No!
Oh, finally, Jem's next.
No, fuck! Oh shit, I might actually be next. Oh god.
A cloud of crows emerge out from under Cassian's cloak.
Weird.
It's not
Oh
weird.
shit, sorry, I didn't mean to
Asking
say that
regular.
out loud. Sorry.
Birds are normal creatures. You wouldn't understand.
Clearly.
I find their presence as familiars to be insulting. Cassian is cancelled. Don't ever
Ca-
don't ever step foot in Magia.
Cassian knows his way around a bird. I don't know what to tell you.
Kenku aren't like native to Magia.
Then why are there so many Kenku in Magia, huh?
Why are there so many Kenku here?
Can't go everywhere. Can't go back on Telia.
I can make a really bad joke right now, but I'm not going to.
Make it. Make the joke.
I think I have Kenku in my game. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, there's a couple. It's Kenku fucking everywhere.
Thank you. The crows descend upon Betafino to pin him down and bring peace to the situation, but he is a storm of movement and is able to get out of the way of all of these crows. Spotlight.
Wait, is she dead? Dead?
Yeah.
She was dead at the second arrow, and then she was shot again.
What? How does
What the
2
fuck?
arrows kill someone?
It's
I need to see
three.
the damage
Ascendant?
rolls on that.
It was 3.
It was
Yeah,
three.
holy fuck. John cooked.
John was part of the group that took a dragon hostage. Sure, it was mostly Cassian, but still.
I mean, fuck, did like 2 become a civilian after all this? Come on, lady.
It still doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for 2 to have died to 2 arrows and then a final one.
It's drama. It's drama.
It's drama.
It's theatrics.
Bad writing, Richard.
I rolled a
Bards are
D100.
overpowered, right
You
there.
can take it up with the D100. Also,
Take
John
it up.
has never been a bard. He is a ranger that sings.
What?
He is
Bullshit.
a.
People
Revisionist
can have hobbies
history.
outside of their profession?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
illegal.
What do you mean? Revision?
Illegal.
I've had to tell you guys, John was
They're in a band.
a ranger. Yes, and you know who else was in that band? A bunch of not bards.
They were also bards.
Wait, John from the fucked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, who do you think this was?
The one that hit on Brywall?
God damn it. What?
I think he hit on everyone. That was like his thing.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I see what's going on.
You guys met John because he sang a song to each of your characters, professing his love to you guys.
Oh, that's
We're
weird.
Getting them out of prison, remember?
Because you guys got him out of prison
Oh.
with your actions.
Well, we probably
Classic
should have,
campaign one.
kept him in prison.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's why he kept Oda alive. How are you on, buddy?
Spotlight, what do you do? You're just checking on two?
Well, I wanted to use it as a chance to like.
There's always a chance.
It's fine. We have like
Spotlight
only
not knowing
3
how the new abilities she's been trying to grow works properly. Tries to cast this, even though out of character, I know that doesn't work in this situation.
Give it a roll. I'm going to show me the spell and then give it an attempt.
Bear it.
Like I said, I know out of character that if she's already.
Don't quite know why it has a spell save DC, but all right.
Oh, they
They need to save for it.
I think it just set up the spell card wrong. You can
Yeah.
actually disable the DC on that.
No, I want to die.
Just roll 20 nonsense.
Tested, life saving. Which brings us to Val, I think.
It doesn't say willing creature. You can force someone to stop dying against their
Bing, bing, bing.
consent. I believe we call that the ITA law.
Val
Treatment Act.
will run up next to Cassian, will bonus action start raging, and then we'll move another 20 feet over to. He'll kind of like come down and like spear tackle John.
I was gonna say, don't
with my
fucking
action.
kill him.
No, I was gonna grab him.
Val raging and sprinting at
Yeah,
someone is something
I
like
need the strength bonus.
murderous. 10.
I need the advantage on strength.
Right, give me an athletics roll.
Yeah, we'll just run down and spear tackle him.
Nice.
Athletics with advantage. I'm raging.
It's a weird aside,
Wow, that's
but
great.
I've shown
18.
up to a couple Code Blue scenarios where they're like, code status, question mark?
Said to blame Jem for this, but isn't it technically Val's fault? Because Val told Cassian, and Cassian confronted the Queen about it, and then the Queen did it in front of everybody.
Guys, we're talking about a traitor.
Look, John
Yeah, but we
knows
don't know
it's
that she did
Jen's
it.
fault. It's always Jen.
I believe in beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. I think this is pretty concise.
You
He
go to
wasn't
tackle
answering.
him,
Yeah.
and Pierrot's dad will sidestep you.
Whoop. Not up on this side.
Classic bard expertise with his reflexes.
Also, he did this kind of like 180 villain Mozart insulting everyone, which I don't know if you should do that in a court of law. Generally, that doesn't work out well.
I don't know if this is how law works.
I mean, as far as we know. Don't have a super solid justice system right now. I don't know how you.
That's for
weirdos
next
do it in
campaign.
Maggia.
That's for next campaign. We'll figure it out.
Got a strong legal system over there, Alplo?
How's the justice system in Magia? Of course, it's like 10 times superior to
It's just Zone of
actual,
Truth.
but
It's just Zone of Truth.
shut up, Richard. Answer the question.
That's what.
How much superior and how good is Magia's fucking justice system?
I bet it's super corrupt by elite people who have a lot of money.
Shut up.
It's
It's true.
Sorry, 1 second. It's John's turn, so I was doing John's things.
I love
John is not as important as Magia. You need to answer my question.
I think Magic's probably fucked at this point.
What?
Got him.
I don't.
No, it's not.
Speaking of, you hear the impact of an arrow next to your foot,
Me.
What? Who does?
and Spotlight.
Who does? Me?
You hear the impact of an arrow on Two's body again,
Oh my god.
Okay.
and then a third one hits the ground near you.
Can I try to like reflex into the way, like get hit instead?
I mean, it's fine. The
I
I
button
don't
Yeah,
think you want to be
that's
hit
fine.
by that. I don't think you want to be hit by that spotlight, please.
Give me a
over
dex
there
saving throw.
doesn't matter.
It's just like, ugh.
It's okay. It's in character. Go ahead.
Just let Two die. They're bold.
No.
Speaking of
Our
two,
teacher
nice.
They're bald.
really loves Two.
Yeah, they're bold and they're torturing people who have
Yeah.
hair.
But I didn't get that side quest, so I don't care about
You're aware of it just too late. At the end of his turn, John drops his bow,
it. Just two.
ignoring the crows, ignoring the fire, letting it take him.
Why are we killing each other? In character.
Yeah.
Olivia, you're up.
I'm agreeing with Spotlight here.
Wait, what's our
am I able-
dexes? We've got 3 13s here. I think Jem might have the most.
Yeah, I have a 13 as
Theoretically.
well.
Wait, what's your dex?
Oh, wait, no, that's not my dex. My dex is great,
Plus
actually.
13.
Oh,
I feel
wait,
like
shit.
this is
I have to roll
exactly
dex.
this is
No.
exactly why Bettafuno destroyed the thing, though. By the way, because if people hear about shit like that and they're emotional, people do
yeah.
dumb shit.
Coach
This
was
is
think-
right.
literally
That was the
why.
Niv argument that you were fighting against.
I think we should blame the
I
queen.
wasn't fighting against it, but
This
we
is
should blame-
all Valhir's fault.
I was
okay?
just
We
trying
should,
to be
we should
objective.
blame the queen
I'm
because she's
justified.
female and she got emotional and she fucked it up for everyone.
Got a point.
Goodness.
Blue, what the fuck is Jem's dex? Big number, please.
Oh, sorry. Big number? Like big as in like large numerically, or like big as in like the bigger like looks
I'm
bigger
gonna
on
strangle
screen.
you. Richard, you gave me gem. Right? Hold on.
It's 22.
I
It's
also have
6.
gem. I
It's
also have
6.
gem. I can
It's
also check.
6.
Alu, what's your character's big number dex?
Oh wait, sorry. Where do I look for that number? Big number.
On
On
your
your left,
sheet,
you
it's
have
the-
your
on the left.
primary attributes. Strength,
Uh-huh.
dex,
The
con.
one that's nice and big, the big fat 0, or the little 10 underneath?
Yeah, that's what
The little 10.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
The big at 0, the little 10 underneath. Sadly, none of those are good news.
God gave me 2 hands so I could strangle 2 people at once. Gem, you're up.
I'm what?
Your character's
Oh.
up.
Oh. Okay, I see what's going on. Can I insight? What's this guy gonna do? Is he gonna try and make a run for it?
Who?
Well, then
Um,
just dropped his weapon
this
and
guy?
is standing in fire. Probably not.
Yeah, he's not making a run for anything. He just killed someone and then is just letting whatever
Betrayal number
happen to
3.
him.
Oh, so we have to make sure he lives. Okay.
You do what you want. Boo.
We'll go ahead and say that this is probably a multi-layered, multifaceted situation.
Nonsense. They're either good or they're bad, Richard.
Yeah, Gem's gonna remain neutral on the sidelines. I pass my turn.
Which reminds me.
Oh.
Then I think it's Nib's turn.
So I don't get one?
No. We got 13, but we all got 13, but whoever has the highest dex goes first.
Right, so if we
Alright.
have the same initiative order, the more dexterous character moves
But
first.
Funo just rolled in that one. Is done.
There's a lot of
He's
nat ones
nat
going
one-ing
around.
so hard.
There's a
This is
lot
why you
going
don't
around.
simp. Write that down.
I mean, I could think of
Okay,
one.
Aaron.
Wow. All right. Fuck you. Sure, one of my characters.
Then I think you're up, Niv.
Worked out great. What the fuck do I do in this situation? I mean, yeah, I could revivify it too, but like, so could anyone. It's not special.
Yeah, but you're first on the turn order. Chop chop.
Sorry. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. I'm actually not sure what I'm doing in this scenario.
I pass my turn. I was like, yep, I cannot help.
Let me think about this. Niv's gonna walk over to the queen. Queen, hey.
You look at the queen, and she honestly just looks surprised. She's kind of just looking at the sword she had drawn, and then that too.
Hey! You're just gonna snap their fingers.
Give me a persuasion roll. Persuade them out of being a little bit triggered.
We can bring back 2. We gotta focus on getting control of the situation. Persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
Come on, it's my best fucking stat. Can I not roll
Oh,
once? Can I not roll
Not
bad?
when you roll a 3,
Oh, come on.
but it's a 3 and a right side crit. Oh,
A 19.
Oh.
We'll take it.
Nice.
That's better.
Better numbers.
She'll look at her sword and she'll take inspiration from your words. And she'll shout, "Everyone, subdue the elfin tabaxi. We'll figure this out later." Someone bring back 2 and keep her restrained. Oh, yeah, you're up.
You know what's good at restraining?
Okay.
Octopi.
Let's go.
Gonna be my first move.
First move, octopus.
Octopus immediately. Second move,
No
octopus
questions
immediately.
asked. Cephalopod. One,
Subdue. I heard
cephalopod.
subdue. Subdue. All right, octopus.
But wait, you guys, I also got a unicorn last level up.
Heck yeah.
There's options.
Does it have 8 arms?
Yeah, can it grapple really good?
Okay, I get it.
Can it
We're gonna
grapple
need
as
that to
good
be
as an octopus?
octohorn.
If we put a horn
that's
on
a
an
go.
octopus, what does it become?
It's
Freak of
Horny?
nature.
It's got 1 horn and 8 legs. Which number do you name it after?
A plissohorn?
Unoctocorn. There you go.
Octocorn. That sounds so fucking cool. Where's Bing? Hold on.
I feel like that's going to interpret the corn part as
Go ahead.
as ears of corn.
Okay. So, can I think I should create an octopus anyway, just in case. But can you remind me who we needed to be restrained? Because I don't think I'm close enough.
The dead person in front of you.
No, she wants to restrain John and Bettavino.
No, they did say
you said-
revive 2 and restrain them.
Revive
Maybe
2
not
and
in that
keep them
order,
restrained.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I can do both. Oh, I have a reviving thing that's also got a level up. Wait, it's called resurrect. That's not revive.
I
sorry,
think you have
Resurrection.
Revivify, and you also have Resurrection.
That's
And
important.
I believe you have both of them, yeah. One, Revivify is a 3rd level spell, Resurrection is a 5th level spell.
and the higher level, the better it is, or the
Yes,
harder it is to pass.
both. I think Resurrection has a longer cast in him.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Alright, well, I should have seen this coming.
Also, resurrection is 7th level.
God damn it, that's pretty good.
Did you? Oh
you
my
knocked a coin.
goodness, that's so adorable.
He's ready to guapo do bagwise.
Aaron, never do that again.
It looks like a Neopet.
It does.
Yeah, a
Should
pet.
make a plush toy out of this. It's cute.
You knocked a coin. The deadly Unoctocorn. Alright, sorry.
1,
I
2,
just
3,
finished my
4,
copy.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, it does have to. Right.
Okay, so I need to move closer to Mr. Pincushion over here, right? To move close.
Yeah, Miss Pincushion.
Pincushion.
Oh, that's Miss Pincushion, actually.
Ah, reincarnate.
That's
How
missed
is it?
2 arrows to kill.
To oh, sorry.
Miss.
Wait, miss as in like you miss? Hold on. I'm off.
I did miss 2 out of 6, so
Ah, there we go. That's all coming together.
And then I have to choose one or the other. I can't do the octopus and then do the revival. That's so many V's in one word. My goodness.
I don't
Do
think
I?
so.
Yeah, you
gotta
can't.
This is an
If there's
action.
2 spells, you can't.
So
Yeah,
I
even
need
if you were to bonus.
We used
It
to
is
in
not
campaign
okay.
1, and then Richard was like, no more.
It's always
Oh,
been
well.
the rule.
Yeah, well, that's how the rules work.
Yeah, well,
None of us played casters back then.
Okay, so I need to press on the spell to try and revive.
if you're using Revivify, just say you're doing it.
Okay.
We'll say that you have some diamonds that you can get rid of, and then you'll revivify them.
You have to have a diamond. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So under components, if there's a list of something with a gold GP amount, it'll tell you if you're able to or not based on that.
Oh.
That is the limiting factor of the revives.
But for the most
Find
part,
expensive diamonds.
I assume that people that have Revivify and have that as an active spell, before they join the campaign, they probably would have at least a little bit to cast it at least once.
And we did get a nice loot previously, right?
Yeah.
So I don't do any special, hand motion. You just want me to say that I do revivify.
So under components, there's V, S, and M, which means technically there's a vocal and a hand component.
So joking with that, but okay.
so technically, there are hand motions and mutterings that accompany this. So yes,
Every
you'll
time I'm sarcastic. Seriously. Okay.
Yeah, no, for real, you do gesticulate. Have you ever seen Magicians?
Just
Is
in
this-
general?
in general,
A
all of
magician in
them.
general?
Yeah, was that
Everyday
was that a proper noun or?
Sorry, that's a show title. Yes.
Oh, okay.
show title like a series?
Do you live under a rock or do you know what a magician is?
Yeah, I see them every day. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my family famously puts on magic shows in Las Vegas. I don't fucking know.
No, I have not seen the show The Magicians. They do look
Fair enough.
interesting, though.
It's the easiest
Gothic
reference
looking.
for the frickin' somatic components.
Well, I cast revive.
5-5.
Don't need to roll anything for it.
Don't need to roll anything for it. You cast the spell into the body, and just got to make sure someone doesn't like religiously spite you.
Counter spell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you technically can
Just imagining the god of the dead being like, "Hey, stop that!"
He's just like, wait, I like this one.
I already have it. Fuck off. Okay. You feel the spell take hold, and you feel the life return to 2. Their body heals around the arrows in them, and the ones in her head are ejected.
So until the octopi come, could you please straighten other ways?
We'll need someone to restrain. That's right. Bedefino is going to continue running, and this time, instead of fire, a
Alright.
a sort of black energy emanates from him and starts consuming John, and he will be taking necrotic damage.
Am I allowed to call out like a line
at any point, or do I have to wait for my turn?
Well, this is a new turn, so I'll let you use your reaction to call something out if you want.
I just wanted to call out and tell Bertafino that True was going to be okay.
Give me a persuasion
Tell
roll.
him to calm down because True's going to be okay.
He did roll a nat 1 on his wisdom save to prevent
me
him
try
from
and help.
losing his shit.
No.
And
No.
I'll add, he's surrounded by loud
26.
squawking birds.
26.
Who said they were squawking?
Okay, all right. Loud rustling birds.
Talking about Gem.
I rolled a 26.
26. 39? What?
It's not as strong as his fire one, but he has both of them.
How is John looking after the fire one?
Give me a medicine roll.
I will do that. Medicine. 20.
All right, Spotlight. I guess he hears you.
Yes.
There we go.
What do you mean there we go? He heard me and kept going?
Another crit fail? Dude, Benefino was off his game.
He claws John in the face with non-lethal damage.
All right.
So he goes.
Oh.
Does he go down?
And John goes unconscious.
I got a reaction spirit shot it to reduce a bit, but I don't know if it matters. 2d6 onto Jonathan. Seven.
So that is, instead of 36, that was 29. He is still conscious.
Very
Nice.
saved.
Cassian will gesture to his crows, and they just become a solid black mass that pushes up against Betafino and John.
Aww. It's adorable. It's like his son.
I thought you were like the blender. What? Almost.
And he uses Umbral Blender.
Like
John's dead. John goes willingly.
Good night.
Betafino is yeah, he's gonna slip out of that one.
He doesn't listen to me?
Well, the damage he was going to do was non-lethal. That helps.
From your distance, you're not sure if he's listening to you or not. Oh god, that's surprisingly good.
Why does it look like he has a Skylands collection?
That's the joke.
This is my shiny.
Look, this is my favorite sword.
Spotlight, you're up.
Me to rush to Bertafino and try to get him as well. Can I try to? I mean, I'm not very strong, but hopefully I can emotionally try and restrain and give hug.
If you want to, all right. Emotionally, what do you do? I need to know your ex. Your
Well, I want to give him a hug, which will try to double as a restrain, even though it's going to be pretty weak.
Oh. Is this?
My strength is 1. Give me to roll strength, athletics.
Yeah, give me an athletics roll.
So it's not like Spotlight's not expecting to be able to like physically handle him, but she's hoping that he'll like calm down at least.
All right. Give me a persuasion roll with your attempt at comforting with disadvantage because he didn't make any contact.
What do you mean?
He dodged.
He dodged me? He dodged
You
me?
snuck up on a rogue. Of course he dodged you.
No. Spotlight's having a fucking day. She's starting to cry.
That makes sense.
Where's your cat? Retrieve the cat.
I didn't bring the
We're
cat.
trying to
into this.
retrieve the cat.
We're trying- Not that cat. It's like
Wow.
every time Spotlight goes to calm down, more extreme shit happens. She's got to calm down again.
Well, here, I think you're
All
right.
right, time to physically handle him.
Thanks.
I'll do the same thing that I did last time and just attempt to grapple, but instead of John, I'm going for Manafredo.
All right, give me an athletics roll with advantage.
Bada bing, bada boom. 21. My rolls are not good.
God, I love when people try to pin down the extremely high dex character.
Pretty good.
I just imagining Crow's like trying to grab his legs and Spotlight trying to grab him and Valhyr trying to grab him. He's just like, no, 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 no.
All right, I know the hair, but
Pretty close.
What's his name? Chatafinosaur?
Wait, isn't that how he looks?
Except the hair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know you know. But now you know, exclamation point.
It's the Keep trying. Just really likes hair. I don't know what to tell you.
Yupan is going to jump on top of this machine, and as he jumps, a dinosaur is going to form under him.
He passed.
Oh, I just remembered he didn't keep his promise. I didn't get the vial of blood.
It's a little bit better. Where's his jacket? Oh my
Isn't
god.
he shirtless in his art? I like this one. Not because it's good, but because it's hilarious.
It looks like one of the werewolves from Scooby-Doo, the werecats from that Zombie Island movie.
He looks so My People Need Me. Which is
That
not what I
sounds
was going
terrible.
for. Obviously.
Eurus is going to cast what is it? Not astral imprisonment. Oh, it's just normal imprisonment. Oh wait, no, he can't cast that because it takes a minute.
Okay, this one's kind of cool. I mean, ignore the fucked up hands, but
It's pretty good.
He's gonna enlarge Valhir.
Oh.
Oh,
he's also going to cast Reduce Enlarge on Val here.
whoop woo. Big dragon, Jesus Christ.
Big dragon. Your weight is multiplied by 8. I think that's the primary effect.
Nice. I am now. Oh Jesus. 8 times 1,600 kilos.
Good.
Which for Americans. Sorry, tons.
What the?
1.7 tons.
Can you compare that to something?
What's 1.7?
Car?
Can you use it in a
0.7
sentence?
Images. The equivalent of a large excavator.
Him.
Like the yellow things from Bob the
Yeah.
Builder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The fact that you specifically chose a children's show.
It's alright, we've all seen it. That's why you picked it.
Exactly.
God,
The fact that well, pretty much all of us are Australians, which is the land of the tradies.
Wasn't it was? I'm pretty sure Bob the Builder is a Canadian show.
I always thought it was Australian.
Yeah, I
That's
thought it was
Google.
Australian.
It's either American or Canadian, I think.
Bob the Builder, children's.
They do not have
series.
Australian accents.
Yeah, absolutely not.
They absolutely do not.
So the networks I'm seeing are PBS and BBC, both of which are not Australian networks.
BBC.
But we're sorry.
Yeah, British Broadcasting Company. What?
Not the BBC you're used to.
Used to? Excuse me?
There you go.
Got 'em.
Podcast Mattel. Where is the fucking? Does it say when? Where?
It's British.
United Kingdom. Yeah, United Kingdom.
So
Is
it
that
is
American or
closer to
UK?
Australian than American.
Yeah, we can.
I'm pretty sure America's closer to the UK.
No,
I know.
Australia.
No, we're both they're convicts. You don't get that. Sorry.
The accents are way closer to Australia. That's why I thought it was Australian.
Yeah, we've still got the Union Jack on our flag.
Pat, because when you hear Postman Pat, you're like, oh, growing up, oh, that's Australian, but no, that's just British.
Always.
Yeah, because we
fucking-
get a lot of our TV from England.
Yeah,
Same with
Australia
Fireman
is like
Sam.
a mix of England and
UK.
That's why
America.
Play School and Bluey are the only kids shows that'll be playing in my house.
Play
At
school.
least we can
Wait till you get to the
UK
Wiggles.
as
respect
well.
Bluey.
What about high five? What about
Oh,
high
we can
five, Quinn?
correct
High
Oh, I don't
five.
remember High Five.
Oh my
High
Are they
five,
still
Quinn.
around?
High five.
I don't
Are
think
they
they're still around, but I do remember them.
no.
They're not still around. They're
A
definitely
little high for my liking.
Who the fuck is high?
They're iconic. They were so iconic. They were like Wiggles level
High-five.
almost.
No,
Kind of.
they
I
were
do know who the
awful.
Wiggles are.
Wiggles.
I
were
just
good.
remember there was this one episode where they like took the kids like out to get milkshakes, and that really wanted me like really developed a love for milkshakes in me as a child. Anyway,
They planted that idea in your head.
no, because they went around Sydney, I think, and I was like, I know where that is, Mom. Can we? No.
The fucking
No.
high five agenda.
Cannot relate.
Fucking Casey, mom.
You're gonna have to fucking kill me.
All right, what were we doing? Someone killing someone?
We're all losing our minds.
Jem and Niv, what do you guys do?
So we're all trying to restrain. Who?
Metafino, John, and 2 all need to be restrained to completion.
All right. All right. I'm gonna. God damn it! Wait, my movement speed increases with my level, right? Especially since I don't have
Movement speed
Uh,
typically doesn't increase with level unless it's specific to the
does not.
class.
Unless you're a ranger. Heyo.
unarmed movement though.
Roving, baby.
Unarmed movement? 10, 15.
Niv's gonna take out some of their
Yeah, but that doesn't increase with level.
cast guidance.
Yeah,
on
it does. It
themselves,
goes from 10 feet to 15 feet once you hit 6th level.
and then begin
Oh,
restraining.
well, then
you
that's
too.
just what your movement is. Doesn't increase after
Oh
that.
my god.
So it's 45.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? It doesn't even matter because I'm going to fly over anyway.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Can I use walking and my flight in my movement?
No, you get one or the other, unless you're dashing.
Ugh.
That's just,
I'm-
that's how it works, Blue.
I'm just out of range. Look, I'm just out of range. I'm so mad.
You did have a
so
turn
mad.
before this.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna go here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna dash. I'm here. I'm here to make things worse. Sorry, Spotlight.
How do you make things worse?
So who is
Sure.
actively restrained at the moment? None of them?
John.
One. Oh,
John's
okay.
John kind of gave
Technically.
up.
Yeah, he
But
gave up.
John looks like he's given up, but he was also the aggressor.
Betafino would not like it if I was the one to restrain him. I'm going to attempt to
I think they
grapple
should do it
Betafino.
automatically.
All right, go ahead.
What do I roll
Betafino's
for
not
that?
gonna like this.
Athletics.
I'm gonna do this.
Everybody pile stacks on.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. Niv. Alia, you're up.
No surprise. May I cast the giant octopus now?
You'd like to have a giant octopus restrained too?
Oh, is 2 conscious?
She is coming to consciousness, yes.
We, yeah. Let's give a hug. Yeah.
You know,
All right. You can place your octopus token.
Yeah, I can do that. There. And landed in the trees, but
Thank you. Then roll a. We'll go with a strength check with advantage.
so when you say with advantage, I don't know what that means.
So
Number of the
Advantage
two.
means that you roll it twice and then the highest of the two. Disadvantage means you roll it twice and then it's the lowest of the two.
So I press strength
It'll roll.
2
It'll
times.
roll twice automatically.
Yeah, so just click the strength
numbers
button. It should roll it twice and it'll tell us.
Now, the other part. Where's the strength? It does use
So
it
on
all.
the so just look for the strength button.
Constitution. Oh, the first one, the very top one. Yes, the big number.
Yep.
And just one time.
Yeah, you rolled 2 5s.
That's great. That's a good number, right?
Sure.
Octopus.
For an octopus?
For an octopus, that's just terrible.
It's a gentle hug. More slime than a tentacle.
Hmm.
I retract my earlier statement. I'm sorry.
No, I like it.
He gave an awkward hug.
I mean, she is coming back from being literally killed. I don't think she's going to be too
She
quick.
is too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice pause.
Okay, if we can't grapple Betafino, we can knock him out, right?
Stop!
That is a plan.
That is the plan.
Because I'm just saying, so far, he's one of the most dexterous of all of us.
It's alright, he might listen eventually.
With Gem nearby? Absolutely not.
What's Jen nearby?
Exactly. That's why I said I was ruining things. I didn't mean to, but I realized it too late. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. It just so happens that every time I try to help, I just make things worse.
Yeah.
Me, IRL.
New's gonna move around the octopus and try to restrain too. Like earlier, you wanted to be restrained anyways, so like, just hold on.
And you need both a persuasion and an athletics roll.
Yeah. 2. Rolled a 2. Now.
You restrain 2.
Oh.
I'm just gonna roll 2 d20s together, and that's just what they get.
That's it.
So rude. I'm assuming that doesn't have sneak. Oh wait, no, he is restrained, so yeah, it does have sneak.
Advantage.
Thanks, Cassie. Thumbs up.
Okay. I thought he escaped that.
No, John is restrained.
Ah, okay. I see.
John is unconscious.
Yes.
And as soon as
Nice.
John is unconscious,
34.
Betafino just starts pacing back and forth. He is no longer actively a combatant. He's going to leave 3 of yours attack ranges, however. Does anyone take an attack of opportunity on Betafino?
Can I hug
Can I
attack?
insight? Can I insight?
A hug attack of opportunity.
Hug it.
Oh shit, no,
Yeah.
can I insight? Sorry. Not
Yeah, can I exchange that attack of opportunity for a grapple?
I believe you need to think for that.
That's I think you're thinking of Sentinel, which is a separate thing.
Okay,
I was trying to see if I can
You can
grapple
have a
attack.
non-grapple role-play hug as a attack.
As a
option.
treat. Thank you.
Go ahead, give me an athletics roll.
Wait, I have to athletics for a hug?
Again, someone that actively doesn't want to be hugged.
He doesn't know that
Hug
until he's
him.
hugged.
That's right. So you're gonna have to
That's
get it
kind
done.
of problematic.
Force the hug. You don't know you like it until you get it.
That's right.
That's what I thought, you know, because I'm asexual, and then people will, and then it happened, and it's like, oh,
All I know is sometimes I'm really upset and I'm like, no, Richard, I don't want a hug. And then sometimes he'll hug me and I'm like, oh, I did want a hug. I didn't know that I wanted that. Sometimes you know.
Right. He's gonna shake you off, and he's going to pace back and forth.
No. Spot's gonna cry like a baby. Fucking.
He's gonna look
so
over
determined.
at two being restrained. He's gonna look at John being restrained, and he's gonna just like put his hands through his hair. He looks very stressed out. That ends combat.
Oh, just a quick question of what was happening with the person on top of the dragon? What was the point of him climbing on top of that?
Just that he's ready to fight. He's not doing anything evil.
Okay.
He's a man of his work, and his primary objective is making sure nothing happens that frees this dragon.
Right.
Despite the drama of the group, the dragon is the top priority.
Yeah, that thing could kill most.
Pretty much, I think everyone would probably die.
I mean, they beat it once, right? But while we're distracted,
Yes.
It's their sacrifice, you know. If they wear him down and they die in the process, that's fine, as long as we get rid of the dragon. I want you all to beat these men to death. It's a quote from a show. I'm not promoting the death.
classic blue.
I don't feel like I'm getting clear direction here for my role.
Keep fucking talking.
I thought we weren't killing these guys. Okay, we're out of combat.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Two is restrained by. Oh God! Spreading these NPCs then.
Ropes and an octopus.
Ropes and an octopus. Sorry, I know some of the NPCs, their primary objective is going to make sure that the other prisoners don't escape. So I'm a little limited in which ones I can pull from which task.
I think.
Or else Oda wakes up and starts killing people.
No, not Oda.
I think this is easy. We should build a boneyard right here.
It makes such a tower.
How do you think the Bone King is doing? Also known as not actually a king, but we kept calling a king.
The Bone Lord. Lord.
No,
of
he's a
Bones.
king.
That was a bone lesser demon. That was nobody.
Lord.
Yeah, it was the
The
Lord.
Bone Lord.
But it's funnier if you then step him up to king. It's
Yeah,
even higher, and he's just some guy.
When we see him again, he should be better.
King, legally, and the Bone King.
We helped him build up his little palace of bones so
Please
well.
don't call me the Bone Lord. He'll get really upset.
All right, in character.
I presume two's not saying a lot, so.
We'll say Thunk is going to manage the tying up of 2. Cassian will manage tying up John. Spotlight, you see your mother kind of fuss over John. They're long time friends. When she looks at the deep gouges that are clearly cat scratches across his face, and she'll glare at Betafino.
He started it.
You say that in character to your mom?
He quite
Yeah.
literally.
Actually, yes, I would like to say that.
What's this world coming to? All right, Spotlight.
He killed 2. Why?
Val, can you tighten this?
Am I still big?
Big. I'll give you a +2.
I feel like that would be a -2. I feel like it'd be harder tying a small rope with.
Don't
Big
someone else did the tying. You're just doing the tightening.
I was in the tightening. Sure, okay. I'll
Pulls rope.
tighten.
Beyblade, let it.
Give me an advantaged athletics +2.
Let's go. 29.
You see a small sea of crows moves John closer here. And then
John.
2 is brought here.
This isn't the first time I've been in ropes.
Octopus doesn't come along with 2, huh?
I guess they're sufficiently roped.
There we go.
Mind. We're good.
It's attached.
I get
Georgia will step forward. You both made mistakes here today, and justice will be brought to you. Edifine was free to go, but keep an eye on him. Then Georgia will go up into her cabin.
Ruthless, huh?
I think that cut out. You want to repeat that?
She's kind of ruthless, huh?
Doesn't make any sense.
You'll see Edifino just kind of squats in place, processing.
You didn't need anything.
I feel like I know when people belong on the old spectrum of good to evil. Everything's just so broken.
I just can't believe John did that.
He's lost someone he loves.
I get that, but
Do you?
yeah, it's just we need each other.
You're right. We do need each other. Keep your wits about you. This isn't dumb.
I'm just gonna approach the illusionary cabin thingy. Does it have a door?
It does.
Just gonna knock on the door and say, Queen, hey, you can tell me to frick off if you want me to. Um,
Open the door. I'm not my mother if you wanted someone to comfort you through this. That'll have to be someone else.
Niv's gonna shut the door behind her and turn to look at Georgina. But, what are you thinking? What's the plan? Niv says, ignoring the first comment.
I think we have too many enemies and too little patience.
That's kind of funny coming from her.
Yeah. It's looking kind of rough. I mean, what do we do now? You guys got the beacon, right?
We did. Yours doesn't quite know how to use it. Apparently, we need 3 elements for whatever this thing is.
Hmm. I was just kind of there. I'm not really sure what she did. Also, the door is still busted.
That's the door to Bobby's world. Eurus says this is a different beacon to somewhere else. It wouldn't open that door.
I'm gonna just roll a couple checks to see where Niv's headspace is on this mystery.
Good. Roll.
Ha! Very funny. Yeah, I don't know. Said he's probably the better person to talk to about all that. What were you planning on doing with the dragon?
Obviously, Cassian wants to get more information from it, but it's been all this long. We spent this many resources dedicated to reaching into its mind and trying to extract that information, and nothing's happened. Just wish there was a permanent way of dealing with it without killing it.
Maybe you could do the soul locker thingy that Differ's doing.
I would just flip the coin into being something different.
Right. You see Niv struggling to come up with good ideas.
You want to do an intelligence roll for this one?
Sure. That's up to everyone.
You made friends with someone that could make a permanent solution here.
Oh?
Yeah, someone that was very long. A very long, snake-like person.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry, I'm slow. I get what you mean now.
I was slow too.
Well, wait a minute. Did you say without killing them?
According to the group that fought them, killing them is a sort of resurrection that makes them even more deadly.
Why don't we just turn them to stone? Sorry, what was that? Well, you know, the Gorgons that we recruited. I mean, that's where SETI and all them came from. They were known.
Think for a moment. That might actually be a good idea.
I'm gonna do a history here. This one's a deep
history.
I want a pretty good roll. All right, fine.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Actually,
You know who's got good history? Jim.
now that I think about it, I think teacher said that a bunch of dragons used to be Stone. So, like, I don't know, maybe they're, like, weak to it or something.
You're right.
That was, like, a long time ago. Are they purple? No.
It was before I was born, but I've heard that tale from my father.
Before you were born?
No,
You said before I was born. I heard that tale from my father.
It happened.
it happened before she was born, and then she heard the tale from her father. She was born on, yeah. She was born after Thrandis.
Yeah.
After campaign 1.
Campaign 1, baby.
BT, AT, before Thramdis, after Thramdis.
Before Thramdis. That's not what we're doing. If anything, we would mark before Goran's time travel ship. That's probably a more accurate divider.
BG, AG, before Goran, after Goran.
After King Goran.
Fucking Goran, man. Piece of shit.
Would have been way more simple if you just let Beal wish for stats.
Infinite stats. Now, if you have any insights to fix the Oda problem,
Checks notes.
10 out of stone till we figure it out.
or just totally figure it out.
Might be able. No.
Well, it was worth a shot.
In fact, like, Winona's real messed up right now.
I know. It ate at my mother.
Yeah. She said we had to take her somewhere else. Like, not, It's a planet called Change. This planet's called Change, right?
This planet's called Change. That's right.
Like, not Change. Kind of out of doors, though. Anyways, I don't think Oda would be super happy for an update right now. They seem like close or whatever. Never rolls her eyes.
I need to remind you the last words they had for each other. Well, Oda had for Win.
It's fine.
Gee, have forgotten. I'll remind you. Winona is a disappointment.
I do not. Yeah, I know.
I do not love her.
Yeah. Go make sure your teacher is all right.
Okay.
We need everyone's heads in the right place.
Yeah. Niv just kind of like shuffles nervously.
What is it?
Um, 8.
Good. I love low wisdom.
It's like, I don't know. It's stupid. It's this thing Val here's been doing. I don't know. I don't get it. But like, you see, it's almost like physically painful. Are you okay? 9.
I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, I mean, no, I wasn't. Of course you're fine. Anyways, Nip's gonna leave out the door.
Alia, you're approached by a bald man.
Okay.
Not another bald man.
I was going to say,
Torturing
does
people
the
who have
baldness
hair.
refer to something?
Miss, what's your name?
So do I know this person?
Give me a history roll.
I'll be back.
Yeah, this one. That's a good number, right?
Yes, this is Eurus, and he's one of the governors of the realm. He is the Archmage of Axville. He's the most talented magician.
Ooh, fun. Okay. All right then. I greet him. Hello, Archmage. Do I do that? Is that how you greet them?
That's fair.
Hello, Mr. Magician. I know magicians. Sorry.
You don't need to be so formal with me. I'm approaching you because I saw you used that reviving magic.
Oh yes. Nice skill to have.
It makes me think that maybe you know a little bit about how the body and soul are connected and how to manipulate that through the arcane.
Okay. So and yes, out of character, do I know that? I don't. I mean, this
Well enough.
druid.
You could give it a shot.
Give it a shot, knowing.
You putting all those words together, yes, but maybe not with a lot of confidence.
Right. So I need to answer in that same manner. Sure. Okay then. I have a general idea, I guess.
Now, I don't know anything about faith-based magic. I can't make heads or tails of it. There are these enchantments that a couple of people we have are under, and we need to weave those apart and find a way of restoring the minds of those people. Would you like to take a look at these enchantments to help me out?
Yeah, I would be quite curious to see if I can help in any way.
All right. He's going to gesture for you to follow him, and he's going to make his way past all of these tied up people.
Nothing to see here.
And over to the unconscious people in the cart.
Oh, lovely.
Inside the cart, you see a gnome and an old man. The gnome has very visible purplish veins under their skin, and the old man has a long beard made of feathers. They both definitely have some sort of fey corruption to them.
Right.
Eurus is going to reach down to the old man and is going to hold up a medallion that's around his neck.
Right.
This medallion here contains this man's soul. When he was corrupted, the one that made him like this kept it around his neck as a token that there is a way to go back. Is there a way for you to break this enchantment and fix him?
I would like to inspect this medallion and see what I can gather from it.
Give me an arcana roll. Next to you is a dwarven man over the body of the unconscious gnome, and he looks distressed.
Distressed, like towards me, or just he is just
No.
distressed? Okay.
Just distressed. Like he really cares about the gnome, and they're in a state where they can't be recovered.
Oh.
You look at the medallion, and you thumb over it, and you can feel the living being inside of it. However, you aren't confident that you would be able to free this man's soul without killing him. The medallion's just old, and it is the enchantment that's keeping it together is fickle. You're not sure if you would be able to do it with your magic level.
Okay. Well, Governor, I do feel that there is a soul in this medallion, as you say. However, I don't think I have the right level of magic to be able to release the soul. It is just it's too fragile.
As you stand there, you feel a large hand enclose around yours, and you realize that the blind dwarf next to you has taken your hand, and he pleads, "What about this one?"
Oh.
She hasn't always been a good partner or mother, but what about her?
Now fuck this gnome. Fuck that gnome.
What?
She's a
What happened?
bitch, canonically.
Why is there a dome?
And he'll guide your hand to her medallion instead.
Right. Okay. Do I need to roll again for what I feel in the medallion?
Yeah, give me an arcana roll.
Okay. Bigger number.
Inside this creature's medallion is a troubled soul. However, it seems like it was taken much sooner or much more recently than the old man. And you have a bit more wiggle room here if you were to actually make the attempt. You'd probably want some assistance, maybe some guidance or inspiration of some sort.
Steady Shakir. Yeah, where's
Steady
Bobby in the middle of all this shit?
He's inside the tavern talking with Grass about how ridiculous all this shit is.
What about John? He's a bard.
That's so metally incorrect, and I hate you. But yeah, you think it would be easier for you to do that this person.
Okay, and that's only magically wise. Like you said that they've got like proper veins and things. Is there anything from my wisdom or from my medicinal side of things that could help with anything, or just specifically magic related?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay, this.
You have seen those that have been Fey corrupted, just like people essentially turned into monsters. This is similar to that, but it all kind of depends on the Fey that does the corrupting or the force that does the corrupting. Some of it's like a mindless kind of hunger. Sometimes it's very purposeful, and sometimes it leaves a portion of the original person intact. You think this is more of the latter most one, where there is something worth kind of saving here.
Okay. All right. I don't know this Mr. Dwarf's name. Guess calling him Mr. Dwarf's not very nice.
Valtor, Hammeraxe, Valtor. Val, just Val, just call him Val. Just call him Val.
Don't
Just
call him Val.
Val.
Valtor, yeah, his name is Valtor.
Just think of Val, and then if Val was a dwarf. Except they're completely two different people.
I don't know his name, so I'll just incline my head and say, well, this medallion has been made more recently, and there is a slightly high chance that perhaps my magic could do something. But I would need some sort of assistance or guidance in order to do this.
Valtor will start kind of power walking away. He'll go straight to Shindra. Spotlight, you hear Valtor walk up to Shindra. Shin, I need your help. This person says that they might be able to. Can you help?